Dear all, today I am going to discuss a verbal ability part which is considered to be one of the important part from any examination point of view, whether it's placement or say any competitive exams or CAT, GRE, GMAT, like that. Actually, in the campus placement, this particular section sometimes is very scoring, and sometimes it is going to be a decisive thing, because some of the students get rejected because of this verbal ability part. Since in 3-4 days Capgemini is going to conduct the placement season, so I am going to talk about the verbal ability from Capgemini's perspective. So let us start the verbal ability thing. And as I told you that it is going to be a Capgemini specific discussion. So in Capgemini this year there is a pattern change, and you will find the first part is the pseudocode, 25 questions, 25 minutes. Then verbal ability or English test, 30 questions, 30 minutes. And then game based aptitude, that is adaptive test. So that is third thing. And all these three things are basically a rejection round. You are going to get eliminated from these 3 rounds, and after that is going to be behavioral competency test. As you are seeing that in verbal ability, 30 questions, 30 minutes. Believe me, especially for non-CSIT students, means EC, EN, mechanical and other branches, this is going to be very decisive. And you are not only supposed to go for these 30 questions, but you have to ensure that you are going to get 30 out of 30 in this particular section, that is verbal ability. It is going to be scoring. It is going to help you. If you are going to get a bit lesser marks in this section or this section, then it is definitely going to help you, because this is a new thing. So maybe you may do great in this, you may not do great in this. Pseudocode, those who are good at that, they score well. I am talking all these things when all these 3 things are going to be considered together. If it is going to be a sectional cutoff, then then verbal abilities cutoff will be different, this cutoff will be different, and you have to cross all these 3 cutoffs. But I'm not sure whether it's going to be a sectional cutoff or it is going to be altogether cutoff. So moving forward, the verbal ability syllabus. Although I'm not going to talk about in detail of everything, right? But you will get vocab. Vocab consists of antonyms, synonyms, fill in the blanks, spelling check, then verbal analogy. It's like a reasoning with word meaning and all. Then reading comprehension. You may get 1 or 2 passage in this particular test, you may not get. But reading comprehension, once again, it's an important part of verbal ability. Then grammar. Grammar consists of, mainly grammar is very wide, and but I have taken certain subtopics out of grammar: preposition, article, modals, tenses for subject verb agreement, then sentence correction and sentence completion. Although these things are also part of grammar, but you will get a lot of questions from sentence correction and sentence completion. That's why I put these things. So this is the syllabus. In today's video, I am going to discuss about this vocab part, means antonyms, synonyms, fill in the blanks, and spelling check. In the later on, in the another video, I am going to discuss the grammar part. So let us start with the vocab thing. But before I start talking about vocab, let me tell you, verbal ability, and especially this vocab part, it's not a 100-meter race, it's a marathon. Means if you have gone through a lot of words in your life till date, then you are going to be good at vocab. or you remember a lot of words, or the most important part, if you are a voracious reader, means if you read a lot, then once again you are going to be very good at vocab as well as grammar. That's why, it is always quoted that readers are basically leaders. If you are a reader, voracious reader, then you are a leader, means you are going to lead in your life. So reading is something which is always going to help as far as language is concerned, English language is concerned. So reading comprehension also going to be, improved by reading, right? But nowadays there are very few people who used to read books, but books, they are not reading books, but they are reading a lot of articles from the internet. So that's okay, fine. But reading is, is important. Now I was talking about, vocab. Vocab, the word and meaning of the word. Normally you cannot remember a lot of word in your life. And a good English speaking person, or having a person who is having a lot of knowledge about English language, they are not, not having too many words with them. What they used to do means, there are two things in word. One is called literal meaning of the word, and another one is called contextual meaning of the word. Now, literal meaning of the word, it's virtually impossible to have a literal meaning of each and every word. But contextual meaning is something which is going to help you in a longer run. So contextual meaning, and this reading habit used to improve your contextual meaning, finding out the contextual meaning of the word. You are not supposed to, especially in the exams, I'm going to show you some questions, and then I'll discuss the how you are going to infer the correct word out of the, and either it's antonyms, synonyms, or fill in the blanks type of questions. Actually, the contextual meaning comes from two things. First one is, you can go with the root word technique. Means you know the root word, the meaning of the root word, and then you can easily make it out. You don't know the exact meaning of the word, but you can make it out the meaning of the word. And then the uses of word in sentences used to give you the meaning. So let us move to the exercise, and one by one I am going to explain how these root words or contextual things are logical things are going to help you in cracking verbal ability paper. So I took some 25 questions, mix of easy and difficult. Some of the questions you may get in the different exams, maybe in Capgemini, you never know. So let us start with the questions. The first question is, custom of a woman having many husbands. A custom where a woman is having many husbands. Now, it's a very tricky question. Most of you may mark polygamy, but it's wrong. Polygamy, once again, I'm going to discuss the root word technique. Root word. Polygamy, gamos means marriage. Poly means many, multiple. Mono means single. Bi means two. And poly, multiple, more than two. So polygamy, one who believes or in multiple marriages, or one who is into multiple marriages. And this polygamy or bigamy or monogamy word used for male. Right? So polygamy is not the right answer. Bigamy is also not the right answer. Monogamy is of course not the right answer. So right answer is polyandry. And once again the root word is coming into the picture. I am taking a pause and I want to tell you that there is a superb book called as, named as Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. In my days, I used to, go through that book several times. And if somebody had gone through that book, believe me, they are not going to flunk in the verbal ability vocab section. So, polyandry. Andros means male. Poly means multiple. So, root word technique is working here. So, polyandry are a custom where a woman is having multiple husbands. So, the correct answer is polyandry. Moving to the next question. A person capable of using both hands equally well. You know the answer. It's ambidextrous. Even if you don't know the answer of this particular question, you can easily make it out. This is the right answer. How? Amphibian and amphibious, same word. And you know from your childhood those that amphibians are those people, those animals who used to stay in water as well as on land. तो ये दोनों को ऐसे ही cancel हो गया. Then ambiguous. Ambiguous means ambiguity से, confusion, right? So बचा क्या? Ambidextrous. So right answer is ambidextrous. Next, ambidextrous means using both the hands equally. Like the Professor Sahasrabuddhe from Three Idiots. एक हाथ से लिखता था, दूसरे हाथ से मिटाता था. Moving to third one. Mirrors were hung in every room so that Dash could print and admire herself. First of all, you must know the meaning of primp. Even if you don't know the meaning of primp, still you can, find out the right word for in this particular sentence. These type of questions require a common sense and basic English, knowledge as well. Mirrors were hung in every room so that, now the one word is going to come here. Could, primp means basically, looking in the mirror and, trying to see and, do something like this. Importance, giving importance to oneself. Now the moment I said the meaning of the primp, you can easily make it out which word is going to be there. Now there are four words: monomaniac, egomaniac, dipsomaniac, kleptomaniac. Maybe you don't know the meaning of all these four words. Although if you will go with the root word technique, you can easily remember these these meanings. Maniac means pagalpan, craziness, right? And craziness, now root word monomaniac. Mono means single. You are crazy about one particular thing, right? One particular place. Then you are monomaniac. Dipsomaniac, one who is crazy about drinking alcohol. Very common word. Beoda, dipsomaniac. Now, is dipsomaniac going to fit here? No. Dipsomaniac is anything to do with the mirror? No. Kleptomaniac, common word. Kleptomaniac, one who is crazy about stealing object. चोरी करने की गंदी आदत. Kleptomaniac. So, is this kleptomaniac going to fit in here? No. So, kleptomaniac गया, dipsomaniac गया. बचा क्या? Monomaniac and egomaniac. Now, I didn't discuss about egomaniac. Why? Because ego is having, different stages. 4 different stages of egoism. One is egoist, another egotist, then egocentric, then egomaniac. Egoist, one who is big time selfish. Egotist, one who always talk about himself. Egocentric, self-centered. And egomaniac, one who is crazy about his own ego. अहंकार में पागल हो जाना. Feeling like a god, right? Now the moment you know the meaning of this egomaniac, you can easily make it out. Mirrors were hung in every room. किसके घर में हर रूम में मिरर लगा रहता है और बार-बार देख रहे हैं. One who is self-obsessed, जिसको खुद से बहुत ज्यादा प्यार है. ठीक है? Craziness, पागलपन की हद तक. So the right word is egomaniac. That's why I talk about, the root word technique. Next, fear of dog. Let me tell you, mania and phobia, these two things used to, asked in different examination every single time. So you must know certain manias and certain phobias. So, fear of dog. Gynophobia. Phobia means death. And gyno means lady doctor, gynecologist. So gynophobia, fear of women. तो ये तो नहीं होगा. कट. Cynophobia हो सकता है. Nyctophobia, fear of darkness. Allurophobia, fear of cat. And cynophobia, fear of dog. Moving next, he was dash when his friend poured scorn on him. Scorn का मतलब होता है जला कटा कुछ सुनाना, ठीक है, कुछ गलत बोलना. तो he was, अब scorn मतलब पता लग गया तो आप इसका मतलब भी पता कर सकते हो, right? But moving, so which one word will come? Let us say I don't know the meaning of all these 4 words. Still I am going to make it correct. How? Delighted, thrilled and excited. Common. Almost same type of meaning. Delighted, thrilled and excited. Same meaning. So, chagrin. And chagrin is a very difficult word, let me tell you. How I remember chagrin and the meaning of chagrin, and that is an art. At my days, I used to remember words like this. Chagrin. Pronounced like chagrin, chagrin. Now, it sounds like चाय गिरना. किस पे? मेरे white shirt पे. अगर मेरे white shirt पे चाय गिर गया, तो I must feel bad, I must be annoyed, right? And that is the meaning of chagrin. But that's an exercise. In later video, I may discuss in detail about how to remember words, how to make friendship with words, how to flirt with words, right? So that you can remember those words. So he was chagrined when his friend poured scorn on him. 50यां कसी, गलत बोला तो उसको annoy हो गया, गुस्सा हो गया. Now the other type of question which is going to be asked is antonyms and synonyms. Antonyms opposite, synonyms same to same. Antonym of novice is a common word. You know, novice means जो एकदम नौसिखिया, अभी किसी ने शुरू किया है, ठीक है. Now in antonyms and synonyms, you need to know the meaning of 5 words. The word which is asked and the 4 different words which is given. Right? Because if you don't know the meaning, then it is going to be difficult. So antonyms and synonyms is going to be very dicey. Sometimes will give you score and sometimes it's going to be, will give you minus marks as well, if there is a negative marking. So novice means नौसिखिया, पता है आपको. Dilettant, amateur, greenhorn. All these 3 words meaning नौसिखिया, नया बिल्कुल जो अभी नया सीख रहा है कोई चीज, ठीक है. And adept means कुशल, seasoned, well versed. So the antonyms of novice is adept, A-D-E-P-T, adept. Moving next. Antonym of robust. Let me wipe this. Antonym of robust. Robust, rough and tough, right? Sturdy, feeble, muscular and ridiculous. First of all, ridiculous is going to be cancelled because this has nothing to do with robust. Then muscular and sturdy. Muscular and sturdy is once again a muscular means bodybuilder sort of, and sturdy means also one who used to do a lot of gym and having a great personality, and bulky and all, right? So the antonym of robust is feeble. Feeble means dubla patla sa. Okay? Feeble. Moving to next. Synonyms. I have taken 1 or 2 questions out of all the vocab part so that you can make it out what sort of question is going to be asked in the exams, right? I cannot teach you, verbal ability in 1 or 2 video, but I am just giving you a glimpse because some of my audience on the YouTube channel, Explore 360 YouTube channel, asked for this verbal ability, video, so I just make it out for you. But you can get a detailed, course when you are going to join us. But anyway, right now moving to the Capgemini video. Capgemini verbal ability or English test. Synonym of quixotic. Now quixotic is a very common word, not a common word but commonly asked word. You may find in some of the examination. Quixotic means First of all, we'll have to find out the synonym. Once again, you need to know the 5 words meaning. One word and the 4 options given in the in question. Sir, quixotic means विचित्र. हिंदी में बोले तो विचित्र means कुछ भी, मतलब बिल्कुल इंडिफरेंट, अलग सा, अलग सोचने वाला. सर कावर्डली फिट नहीं हो रहा है. विचित्र और कावर्ड तो नहीं फिट हो रहा है. रैशनल उल्टा हो रहा है, तो एंटोनिम हो सकता है, राइट. पैराडॉक्स, पैराडॉक्सिकल, फिर से अलग, ठीक है. बचा क्या? इम्प्रैक्टिकल, मोस्ट फिटिंग वर्ड. कॉमन सेंस से भी लगा सकता हूं मैं. सिनोनिम ऑफ क्विक्सोटिक, क्विक्सोटिक मींस विचित्र, impractical, although this is difficult. If you know the meaning of quixotic, then only you can answer it, because the options given are also difficult, not similar, right? You cannot make it out. In his testimonial, the witness gave a grotesque distortion of the truth. Now another type of question where vocab can be asked is, there is a sentence and there is a highlighted word, and they will ask you the meaning of the word and sometimes opposite of it. So here it is going to be easy. Why? Because you can infer out of the sentence what is the meaning of the word. You cannot tell exact meaning, but you can make it out. Idea तो लग ही जाएगा. So in his testimonial, the witness gave a grotesque distortion of the truth. देखिए distortion आ रहा है, तो grotesque और distortion मतलब कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा कर रहा होगा, सीधा तो नहीं कर रहा होगा विटनेस काम. सर एग्जैक्ट एकदम गलत, ये तो एंटोनिम है मेरे हिसाब से. अनबिलीवेबल हो सकता है. काउंटलेस ये भी गया. इनकॉन्ग्रुअस, कॉन्ग्रुएंट, कॉन्ग्रुअस, इनकॉन्ग्रुअस, नॉट सिमिलर. अब कोई डिस्टॉर्टेड ट्रूथ बोल रहा है, ठीक है, कोर्ट में his testimonial witness gave a grotesque distortion. पक्की बात है कि कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा चीज ही कर रहा होगा. Not similar sort of. एक बार कोई आंसर दे रहा होगा, कोई दूसरा आंसर दे रहा होगा. So the correct answer is incongruous. Moving forward, the report on the hospital mentions such desiderata as a supply of clean laundry and essential drugs. Once again, very important word, deliberately taken in this slide, quite frequently asked in the examination. Desiderata. Now desiderata means something which is really very important or needful. Here I deliberately take this sentence because from the options probably you cannot mark the right answer, because the meaning of each and every options going to fit in there. So you need to know the meaning of desiderata, and desiderata means something which is very important, needful. Now when you are going to read this complete line, then you understand that desiderata is the right word fitting there, and the correct word which can replace it is needed things. Next, she filed for divorce because she was married to a sadist. You know the meaning of sadist anyway. Even if you don't know, once again then you are going to be confused, because she filed for divorce because she was married to a miserly person. Maybe if you go literally, I'm just joking, if you go literally from the statement, you may say miserly, but that's not right answer. Cunning person, sometimes cunning person you used to get divorce, but once again, jokes apart, this is not right answer. Stupid, not right answer. Sadist, the correct answer is cruel person. You know, the sadist is a very common word, right? So sadist is cruel person. Moving next, I am going to discuss one or two more slides to give you just an idea that what type of question you are going to get in this Capgemini verbal ability test or English test. Sir, this is a new pattern. Not new. Sometimes in CAT or other placement paper you will find this type of pattern. Here they are going to ask the antonym but in a different way. There are the 4 words given. 4 words is written here. Abstract, extract, excessive and concrete. They wanted to know which of the 2 words are opposite to each other. Abstract, extract, excessive, concrete. Abstract means one who is not, focused, right? Constant, concrete, who is solid, focused, right? So the right answer is abstract and concrete. Anyway, abstract, the opposite of abstract cannot be extract, cannot be excessive, right? Extract and excessive are not anywhere close to opposite or similar. They are different words altogether. Okay, so the correct answer is abstract and concrete. The answer is 1 and 4. C option is correct. During, while watching this video, you can pause and you can go through it before I'll explain it. You know the right answer. You can try so that you can understand it where you are, how many questions you mark right. Moving next. Question number 14. 2 of the given words are opposite in meaning. Identify them. Same, ditto same as the first one. Alacrity, efficacy, laziness and ambiguity. Some of the words meaning you may know, some of them you might be not knowing about that. No, not an issue. So let us say alacrity. Alacrity means lively, full of energy, something like that. Alacrity. Efficacy, rated with efficiency, but it's used in the medical practice. Efficacy with the a drugs or disease or something like that. Laziness, you know the meaning of laziness. And ambiguity, you know the meaning of ambiguity. Ambiguous means बात नहीं मानना, अलग होना, different रखना, ambiguity, confusion होना. So alacrity and laziness sounds what? Some sort of opposite meaning. Alacrity, lively, laziness, dull. So 1 and 3. So B is correct. Moving next, 15th. Another type of question. Now in this question you are not going to get word, but you are going to get idioms, right? And idioms once again quite frequently asked in different examinations. So some of the idioms you must know. Once again, if you are a voracious reader, well-read person, then automatically you go through different idioms and words. So it is very easy for you to remember those words typed during the examination. So let us move. Sometimes you can infer it from the question as well. After getting a job, he had no difficulty in keeping the wolf out of the door. Keeping the wolf out of the door. I don't know the meaning of this idiom, but I am going to mark a right answer. After getting a job, he had no difficulty in being physically safe. कोई रिश्ता दिख रहा है? नहीं. गया. Getting the door clear. क्या लेना देना है? ये door से आप मतलब नहीं निकालना इसका. Keeping the wolf out of the door. Getting the door clear. No, ये भी फिट नहीं हो रहा है. ये भी नहीं हो रहा है. ये भी नहीं हो रहा है. Avoiding starvation. भूखमरी हो सकती थी, भूख से मर सकता था, उसको अवॉइड अब कर लेगा. शायद हो सकता है. वापिस आएंगे इस पे. Keeping the job intact. भाई, after getting a job he had no difficulty in keeping the job intact. सही लग रहा है? नहीं, फिट नहीं हो रहा है. थोड़ा थोड़ा लग रहा है, ज्यादा नहीं लग रहा है. Coming to keeping the wolf out of the door. भाई, wolf out of the door, अंदर आ जाएगा घर पे तो मार देगा ना. तो मरना है. Avoiding starvation. भूखमरी से बचना. Correct answer. Common sense. Little bit of English. A rising inflation has become a bone of contention among the major political parties. Although आजकल के situation में it's not the case. Whether you are in government or in opposition, I better not comment on this. But coming back to the question, a rising inflation has become a bone of contention among the major political parties. I don't know the meaning of this idiom, but still I am going to mark right answer by using common sense. A major drawback among the political parties. If major political parties are involved, then drawback is never going to happen, right? Forget about that. A sad failure. Yes, a sad failure for one, and for different person it is going to be a different thing. A subject of dispute. Two bigger major political parties, whenever they come, whether in the parliament or anywhere or on TV channel debate, there always be a dispute. Yes or no? For last one is discussion. They hardly go for discussion. So although I don't know the meaning of a bone of contention, but still I am going to mark right answer, that is a subject of dispute, and that is correct answer. This is a fact. Moving forward. Practice questions next. Now I have taken some example of analogy. Analogy is a verbal analogy, and you can see these questions in verbal part as well as in sometimes in reasoning as well. In verbal reasoning you will get these type of questions, but here in verbal ability also you can get that. So 17 and 18, now once again I am giving you the different type of questions which could be asked. 17, 18, same relationship. Two words are there, you have to find out the closer meaning, जो same हो. और अगला जो लिया है 19, 20, 19 and 20, here I am going to take does not exhibit the same relationship, opposite. So analogy, same as well as opposite, both type. I try to cover it. Ocean, saline. Ocean, saline. What can be, a closer look? A same to same. Honey bee. No. Bee honey होता तो शायद ले सकते थे, शायद. इसमें लॉजिक भी लगेगा, थोड़ी मीनिंग भी और लॉजिक भी. रेन फ्रेश, शायद हो सकता है. रोज रेड, नहीं फिट इन हो रहा है. हेवन पैराडाइज, ये भी नहीं फिट इन हो रहा है. हनी बी हनी होता तो शायद हो जाता. तो ओशन, सलाइन, रेन, फ्रेश. The purest form of water comes from rain. You know, right? That's science, pure science. Next, cadaver animal. Cadaver is a place where animal used to, not only animal, but human being too, are getting disposed of. जिनको वहाँ पे दफनाया जाता है. That is a place, cadaver. That is termed as cadaver. It's an old word. Right? So, corpse, man, stick, timber, death, life, word, sentence. The moment you know the meaning of cadaver, you can easily make it out. Corpse and man. Animal, cadaver, man, corpse. So this is a fit in. Right? So sometimes you need to know the meaning of the word while going for the verbal analogy. Otherwise you can, use the common sense, the logical sense, and you can mark the answer, correct answer. Now 19 and 20 does not exhibit the same relationship. Lunatic. Lunatic means पागल. Asylum, जहाँ उनको रखा जाता है, पागल खाना, mental asylum. So lunatic asylum. अब इसका उल्टा होना चाहिए, right? Bees, hive. Bees जो hive मतलब मधुमक्खी का छत्ता जिसमें मधुमक्खी रहती है, hive. Dog, kennel. Kennel is a small place where dog house. आपके घर में भी होगा. Horse stable, you know, horse कहाँ रहते हैं? Pigeon and burrow. Pigeon burrow is wrong. Why? Means this is the right option because you have to find out the opposite meaning. Pigeon burrow, why wrong? Because burrow where hare used to stay. तो जमीन खोद के अंदर घुस के रहते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं burrow. Pigeon वहाँ नहीं रहता है, pigeon घोंसले में रहता है. Yes or no? Nest. Right? Ransom, kidnap. Similar sort of meaning. Ransom, kidnap, you know. Rainbow, rain. Winter, autumn. Male, female, youth, adolescent. One can easily make it out. It's a very easy question. Rainbow, rain, similar sort. Winter, autumn, similar sort. Youth, adolescent, similar sort. Male and female, completely opposite. So, ransom, kidnap, इसका opposite, इसके जैसा मिलता जुलता वर्ड नहीं है, वो है मेल और फीमेल, क्योंकि ये दोनों सेम है, यहाँ पे ये दोनों अलग अलग हैं. Right? So these are the 20 questions, a different type of questions which could be asked in the vocab part of verbal ability. The next questions which is going to be asked is spelling check. And I am not going to explain this spelling check part because you can easily make it out. My humble request to all of you while approaching the spell check question is please don't show hurriness, right? Because almost all the words, the options are looking almost similar. So give just a little bit of time to check the correct spelling of the word. And these are very common words, not difficult, but still you are going to mark the wrong answers. So this is for you, I am not going to explain it, the spelling, so you can do it, right? Sir, in this slide, in this PPT, I have discussed about what is going to be asked in the verbal ability part of Capgemini. Then I talk about the literal and contextual meaning of word. I have given you the importance of reading, right? Not for this exam, for next exams, you must need to read, lot so that you can improve your verbal ability part things. Then I also discuss about the different type of question which you are going to get. In that, I have discussed a little bit about the, root word technique, and I used a lot of common sense and a little bit of English knowledge to solve all these questions, whether it's verbal analogy or is a fill in the blanks or it's antonyms and synonyms. Antonyms, synonyms, very tricky one. If you know the meaning of the word, then it is going to be easy, otherwise it's going to be confusing. And spell check is the easiest part of vocab, but it requires concentration. Give some time so that you can mark the right answer. I hope all of you are going to score very good in the verbal ability section in the Capgemini. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your presence listening.